Look at all the black flies. It's terrible. They're everywhere. They can't wait to eat my blood as soon as I get out of the tent. Terrible. Alright, time to get up. It is 25th and it's raining. Not Florida rain, but just like northwest rain or coastal rain. The Canadians told us they'd be leaving at 9, so he and I got the great idea of getting up earlier, and it's only 8:15, and going to town and getting a nice warm breakfast for once. And they rolled up at 8:10 saying we're leaving now. So good thing we got up. What if you and I had not gotten up early? Huh? What if you and I had not gotten up like half an hour earlier? Yeah, okay. I mean, they're leaving in like 5 minutes. If we had stuck to their plan and actually slept till like 7:30 or 8. You'd have met them at the park. Yeah, the ferry? Oh, yeah, that's true. We do have the navigation and everything. I mean, it's our trip too, so. Alright, well, I won't have to GoPro my helmet for a while just for the off chance that I get some water ingress. I'll run it in the rain when I'm at home, but here I won't run it in the rain. So I don't want to mess it up. So I realize this is going to be a big voiceover episode, so BB-8's recording here. We went to this lighthouse, pouring rain, muddy roads, active construction. The theme of this day was just rain. It rained from the moment we woke up to probably an hour before we went to bed. Sorry. Yeah, it was just terrible. So, I mean, it was fun riding, I guess. No one got hurt, no one dropped their bike or anything. But this was just nasty. And BB-8's behind Pierre and Lucy. Sorry. And then I'm behind him, and we're exploring Labrador, our last day in Labrador, basically, before we cross on the ferry over to Newfoundland. Whew, sorry. There's been a lot of editing in this video to get this down to a watchable format. But it was beautiful. It really, really was beautiful. The ferry is right over that hill there, and we're looking for food, and we found the corner cafe. It looks to be next to someone's house, and I haven't had a warm breakfast in over a week. Last night we had warm moose, which was nice. It was nice to have a real dinner, and now it's time to have a real breakfast. Alright, the rain has stopped, finally. And it's way over there now. And we are heading over to get on the ferry. which departs in like 1 hour, but you have to get there an hour early. So thus ends, well, we're still in Quebec right now. We'll soon be back into Newfoundland Labrador time. Not Atlantic time. Atlantic time is a half hour ahead of that even. So we're going to be 1 hour forward once we get on the ferry. And yeah, we also picked up another motorcycle group. They had they're friends of everyone's, but they were coming up a different route. So we've met up with them, and they'll continue on. Today's route's taking us to the Viking RV Park, and of course Viking Park. I am hoping that it is not 55 degrees when we get to Newfoundland. We're hoping. But everything else is going good. My helmet's wet. I couldn't get my Gore-Tex gloves on because my hands were like so moist and pruny. I couldn't get them into the liner, and so I'm wearing mesh gloves, which kind of sucks. It's quite cold, although my butt is sufficiently warm. And BB-8 and I do have reservations for the ferry. So we're at the ferry. Been here for about 5 minutes waiting for the ferry to disembark. Now we are waiting to board. We actually boarded fast. First the trucks, then the cars, and then us. Everyone's cold. It's about 45 degrees right now, and it's bundled up. I even have my my Quebec neck sleeve on. Then after we cross, I hope that means that we depart first. Chilly day, drizzling. This was my first ferry experience of strapping the bike down and leaving it, below deck for 2 hours. This was the Blanc Sablon to Newfoundland ferry, and pretty good. I got some good reading in. Went to the upper deck, took some good photos. Really nice experience. The boat itself was pretty aged. It was rocky for sure, had us going all over the place, but I don't get seasick, so yeah, it was pretty cool. Lucy and I went up top and watched the waves, and then someone else joined us up there and was asking questions, and it was her first time in Newfoundland, so chatted with her for a while. But you can see here, oh, sorry. It's 1 a.m. by the way. I'm doing this video, voiceover. But yeah, Lucy's fun. She's really an adventurer, and she came downstairs. She's like, "Oh, you have to go see upstairs." So I followed her upstairs, and it was awesome up there. Very, very choppy, very windy. The boat was all over the place. Had some problems getting our footing to go back downstairs. Yeah. So, yeah, I didn't talk much in the video clips here, but we got off the ferry and it continued to rain on us. Winds weren't that bad, but you'll notice that this is a shorter video because it was so rainy. And we ended up getting to St. Anthony, and we were all soaking wet. I remember actually about half an hour from St. Anthony, we had, BB-8 and I, each individually on our own, decided we were going to get a hotel tonight, no matter what the rest of the group did. We had all had reservations at the Viking RV Park, but he and I were over it. And I chatted with him, and he's like, "Yeah, sure, that sounds good." And then I should probably reduce the volume here. And then the group came to us and was like, hey, do you want to go hotel tonight? And we're like, yes, of course. So we split a room 3 ways, which was awesome. And because BB-8 has a cot. And $33 a person, which is cheaper than a campsite.
I hope I made that better, not completely worse. Looking for some special restaurant. I hope my audio is picking up because my mic is not hooked up. It's 50 degrees. We've been riding in the rain for at least an hour. Cold. I'd like to get a room tonight. I don't want to set my tent up while it's raining and be swimming in it. There are some definite things I need to buy if I ever do this again. One of them is an RV. The coat weighs like a literal 1,000,000 pounds.
And then we came across this. Who would have thought that in August we would come across a glacier? I know it's tiny, but come on, guys. The Mavic Air could only get so close to this thing. I got as close as I could before the radio range wouldn't let me go any closer. But look at this. It's a freaking glacier. And I hope you're using not Safari because play this back in 4K. Check out the glacier. It's gorgeous. It's minuscule. But across the way here is St. Anthony, which is where we are that night for sleeping. And then tomorrow you'll see a bit more of the glacier in the distance if you look really closely when we're on top of a mountain. But yeah, this was just... I don't know. It was so cool to see this, and obviously the hotel clerk was like, oh, it was 20 times the size last month. I know, but it's August, and we're checking out glaciers. Look how cool that is. Beautiful. So it turns out we actually weren't looking for a restaurant. Pierre and Lucy were looking for the glacier. They'd heard there was one, and we kept hitting all the different villages hoping to find it. And we finally did. So I'm glad they took the time to find it. It was annoying. We were being rained on. It's 50 degrees. I mean, you look at the camera here. The Mavic Air was complaining about wind turbulence. But I'm so glad we ended up getting to see the glacier that evening. So rest of this video here is just photos. You know, we got to the hotel in St. Anthony. We were cold. We were wet. All of our stuff got brought inside. And we slept so well. So this is the 25th of July, day 6 of our travels. And I was so happy to be in a warm bed, in a dry bed. And the next day was truly another adventure. Okay, guys, thanks for watching.